Okay, here is the truth is that Alysse's sister Anita Hyatt was actually killed because of intimate partner violence. She was killed by her ex-boyfriend, Demetrius Hill, and it was intimate partner violence. It had nothing to do with Shanquella. Okay, nothing to do with her at all. That's just a rumor. The truth is that they are sisters. That's true. But a lot of times in these cases, people want to blame the victim. They want to try to say she did something to cause her death or her murder. So people try to come up with different ways or reasons they can blame the victim. And I actually saw something today where people were discussing like why she had the picture of her with her I don't know if it's because it's covering her extensions, her hair extensions going down and covering her breasts. That picture is not showing anything, is not revealing her breasts are fully covered by the hair extensions. Okay. And she lost her life. So the least of anyone's concerns or worries should be about how she presented herself in that photo. That's ridiculous. We are talking about someone being murdered in Cabo, Mexico while on vacation by so-called friends. And you want to talk about what she's wearing? Make that make sense. Stay on topic and stop with the victim shaming and blaming and all this extra stuff. Unnecessary. That has not what she was wearing and how she presented herself in that photo has nothing to do with her murder. Stay on topic, people. And secondly, she did not set up Alysse's sister to be murdered. That was intimate partner violence. And it was by an ex-boyfriend. And we all know that when you leave a relationship, a domestic violence relationship, that is the most dangerous time because the abuser has now lost control over you. And in order to try to regain that control, they go crazy. And it's the most dangerous time. So she was killed because of intimate partner violence, a controlling abuser from an ex-boyfriend. Let me pull up the police media release 1 second. Okay, this is the High Point Police Department news media release. And it's for October 28th. That's the same day that they arrived in Cabo. Okay, so High Point, North Carolina, which is at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I don't know when they arrived in Cabo, like what time. And I don't know what time their flight was, but I know the flight is about 5 hours. And once they get there, they will still have to travel to the villa as well. Okay, so I don't know the time difference or what time they arrived. But I do know that her sister Anita was killed around that 1 a.m. on October 28th. And Alysse had this trip planned ahead of time because most trips like this obviously are planned ahead of time. So she still went on this trip. So I don't know if she was already had left already to go on this trip. or if she was about to leave to catch her flight. So I don't know what time the flights were. Okay, I know that Nazir posted his flight boarding pass, but the others did not. So that will need to be looked into. But either way, she still went to Cabo on the same day that her sister was murdered. So both of these things occurred on the same day, October 28th. The timing, whether she knew before she left, whether she knew while she was traveling there, like already on her flight, I don't know when she knew. But I do know that when I looked at Anita's Facebook, and we can look because this is a Intimate Partner Violence, her page has been memorialized. On the Facebook page for her sister Anita, I don't see a lot of photos of her with Alysse. So I don't really think they were that close enough to have a lot of pictures. Usually with sisters, you will see some sort of pictures together, but not all sisters are the same. I'm just saying. I also went to some other family pictures, and I really didn't see a lot of Alysse, unless she don't wipe those pictures out. I don't know. Hey, Tawana, Marie, Bossy. Hey, Sweet Potato, Christina, Baby Shay, Louisiana. Who else is here? I don't really think I have mods, but because I'm usually not on at this time. But hey, Arna Trez. Okay, so let me read the police report. It says High Point, North Carolina, on October 28th, 2022. Officers responded to an assault with a deadly weapon call at 4400 Regency Drive, the Super 8 by Wyndham Hotel. When officers arrived, they located Anita Hyatt, a Black female, 31 of Jamestown, suffering from gunshot wounds. She later died at the hospital. A suspect is in custody. Now, this is the first press release, okay? This is an ongoing investigation and no additional information will be released at this time. And that's just some additional information based on their department standards. Okay, and now let's go to the press release that was released with more information once they had more information. So let me pull up that one. Okay, yeah, this is the one right here with 3 pages. Let me make it bigger. Okay, so this one says, incident type homicide at 4400 Regency Drive, Super 8 by Wyndham Hotel. This is the update. As you can see, it says, High Point, North Carolina, officers arrested and charged a suspect in the homicide investigation. Demetrius R. Hill, Black male, 31 of Jamestown, is charged with first-degree murder and firearm by felon. So he's already a felon. So what I can do is try to get his background information, okay? Because most likely a lot of times with intimate partner violence that ends in homicide, the perpetrator or abuser has a history of domestic violence. So I would not be surprised if he has a history of domestic violence and that other calls have been made in the past regarding his being abusive and a controlling abuser. Okay. So, and it says that he's a felon. So he has the other charges. Now, I don't know what those charges are. I did not look yet. Okay. This is just mainly to clear up the rumors about Shanquella being involved in a setup to get Alysse's sister Anita killed. That's false, completely false. This is an intimate partner violence murder. Okay. So intimate partner homicide. And it says additional charges are pending. And it says the suspect is the victim's ex-boyfriend. So it does not say a current boyfriend. It says ex-boyfriend. So she left this individual. She left her abuser. And when you leave an intimate partner abuser, an abusive relationship, they will go into overdrive trying to get you back and win you back because they have lost power and control over you. They need to regain power over you. So that's a dangerous time to leave. That's why you can never say, oh, just get your stuff and leave. Get your stuff and leave. Just leave. Victims need to make a safety plan to make a safe exit from the relationship. You can't just leave up and leave. It has to be done in a safe way because that's the time when the abuser who really, really wants to have control over the victim will feel like he lost or he or she lost all complete control and will do anything and have a mindset of I can't have you, no one can. And murder is the ultimate form of control because now it's like I have so much control over you that I can control whether you live or die. Okay, so she left an abusive relationship and her ex-boyfriend killed her, controlling boyfriend. So this had nothing to do with Shanquella at all. It's just a coincidence that Alysse Hyatt's sister, Anita Hyatt, was killed by an ex-boyfriend on that day of October 28th. The same day where they arrived in Cabo. Okay. And it says no additional information will be released at this time. And let's see, the High Point Police Department, along with other criminal justice and community partners, has implemented an offender-focused domestic violence initiative to focus on the crimes associated with intimate partner violence. So the police actually added this disclaimer or this other information, and they added information for intimate partner violence. Okay. The Guilford County Family Justice Center in High Point is a one-stop shop for domestic violence victims. Okay. I don't have mods here to post the link to the information on domestic violence resources in the domestic violence hotline, but there is a 24/7 domestic violence hotline if you feel that you need to call that number. Yeah, so that's the truth about what happened to Alysse's sister, Anita Hyatt. Intimate partner homicide occurred from her ex-boyfriend. Let's see here. Let's go take a look at his Facebook page. Oh, wait. This has more than one page. Duh, it says one of three. Let me go to the next page of this release. Okay, here is his mug shot. So this is Demetrius R. Hill. Look at those crazy eyes. His eyes are crazed. So Demetrius R. Hill, and I'm sure it says that he's a felon. So I'm sure if you look at his background, I'm sure there's going to be probably some other charges. Not all the time, but some of the time. Usually there's a pattern or history of domestic violence if it was reported to the police. Hey, K-Mac. Yes, they are just throwing out a different narrative for justification. It's victim blaming, victim shaming. That's what's starting to occur now. Victim shaming, trying to shame her for her pictures and other things. Like criticizing a family for using certain photos or having certain photos at her funeral. The family is going through mourning and grieving the loss of their daughter through murder. The least of their worries is about a photo, okay? Stay focused on what we are trying to do. It's justice for Shanquella, okay? Hey, Lady Webbs. Yes, he does look off. Okay, it says, High Point, North Carolina on October 28th, 2022 at about 1 a.m. Officers responded to an assault with a deadly weapon call, and I already said the hotel, Super 8 by Wyndham Hotel. When officers arrived, they located Anita Hyatt, a Black female, 31 of Jamestown, suffering from gunshot wounds. She later died at the hospital. A suspect is in custody, and that's him right there, Demetrius R. Hill, her ex-boyfriend. And they gave information for intimate partner violence, so I'm sure that's what they are classifying it as, is intimate partner violence homicide or intimate partner homicide. Okay, so that's it for that. Now let's go take a look at his Facebook page because I'm nosy, and also just to see what was happening within like the last time. Let's see. So yes, I'm making this video to clarify and clear this up because we need to just focus on justice for Shanquella. Stop trying to find a way to blame her for her murder. Stop trying to find a way to shame her, and focus on her pictures and how she was dressed and skinny dipping in the pool and other things, living her life. Just stop. Focus on that she was murdered. All that stuff has nothing to do with her murder. It's always something. Like every time something happens to a female, people are like blaming, oh, how she was dressed. Oh, she did this, she did that. Just stop. Now there are times when someone is like a mutual combat or a mutual incident or mutual something like that. But this is not a time. This is obviously based on the video we all saw. Let me plug my computer. Based on the video we all saw, she was brutally attacked. She was thrown by her neck. She was kneed in the face. She was brutally and savagely attacked by Dejanay. This has nothing to do with her and what she did. And in the video, she clearly said she's not going to hit back. So no one had to defend themselves, because they don't have to defend themselves against someone that's not even hitting them. She wasn't doing anything. So she's a victim, all out victim. So stop with the victim blaming, stop with the victim shaming, stop trying to find a way to blame her for her murder. We saw what happened. She wasn't doing anything. She said she wasn't even going to hit back. So stop annoying me. But yeah, so let's see. Here's his Facebook page. Wait. So Demetrius, Shanquella did not set up or have anything to do with Anita Hyatt being killed. And Anita Hyatt is Alysse Hyatt, sister one of the Cabo Six. Let me go back to his Facebook page. Okay, here's his Facebook page. And he doesn't really have that many pictures on here right now. Here's a picture. It says, "I'm so hood, she's so classy" with Anita Hyatt. Hey, NJ Nashville. Do I watch the lead attorney? Well, to be honest, I have not been able to watch many people. By the time I log off, by the time I do my own video and my own research and my own life outside of YouTube, my time is already up. So I really don't have time to watch a lot of other people's videos, to be honest. Okay, let's see here.
See, when you hold it down, baby, you wear the crown. Nigga supposed to do this. If you ain't treat your girl like this, you tripping, bruh. If your girl ain't treated like this, you tripping, bruh. You tripping. She
Okay,
get
you saw
the view
31.
and everything. What you want, baby? You get what you want. This what you get when you hold a nigga down at his lowest. See, when you hold it down, baby, you wear the crown. Nigga supposed to do.
Boy, bye. So he, as you can see, he's saying when you hold it down. So he called her classy. He was like, oh, she held him down. And look how he thanked her. And it says, this video says,
see, when you hold it down,
it says February 27th, and her birthday, I think, is February 28th. I have to double check again, but her birthday is around this time, like February 28th or so. So this was to celebrate her birthday. And if you look in the video, it says the 31 numbers. So in the police report, it did say she was 31. So this is most likely her birthday. But you know how sometimes when people do like, if your birthday is in February, someone might do Valentine's / birthday. They combine them both.
baby, you wear the crown. Nigga supposed to do this. If you ain't treat your girl like this, you tripping, bruh. If your girl ain't treated like this, you tripping, bruh. You tripping. She get the view and everything. What you want, baby? You get what you want. This is what you get when you hold a nigga down at his lowest.
So yeah, he obviously that's not the type of
see when you hold it down, baby.
He ended up killing her recently. So that was February, her birthday, and now in October 28th, he killed her. Hey, Night Charm. Okay, well, I will check out that after I get off here. This is not going to be a long live.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Anita. Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
And someone left a comment like, "Thank you for loving my sister," and he was like, "You're welcome." And now look what happened months later. He killed her. Hey, Louisiana lady. So we can actually look at her Facebook. Hold on. So yeah, if you see someone saying that she has something to do with Anita Hyatt's death, that's completely false. She did not have anything to do with that. So the family lost their daughter, Anita Hyatt, due to intimate partner violence. And then now they have another daughter who was a part of the Cabo 6. So that's a lot going on for this family. So we also need to try to keep it focused on just the Cabo 6 and not like their family members. But I'm addressing this today because, like I said, Anita Hyatt was a victim of intimate partner violence. Most likely, he was probably definitely controlling throughout the relationship, and I'm sure abusive. That's an ex-boyfriend, and he killed her the same day that they arrived in Cabo. I don't know if Alysse knew before she took her flight or not. I would need the boarding pass and itinerary first. I'm not gonna go through all her posts. Oh, let me get off this because I don't want to go through her stuff like that. But yeah, basically, I looked through and I really didn't see any pictures of her with Alysse. So, not saying that sisters have to have pictures together, but usually there's some pictures. I also don't know who's controlling this page either. I've learned to nip it in the bud when they show negative tendencies. Exactly. Sounds like a degenerate. But like he said, she healed him down. She's classy and everything else. A lot of people had nice things to say about her. So you know how it is sometimes, like with these domestic violence relationships, it's hard to leave because a lot of times the person isn't always abusive. They have another side to them that people like or love, and they probably feel the person will change. And the person constantly will promise to change. I'll change. I won't do it again. I'll change. And the cycle keeps repeating and repeating, repeating. And who knows? He might even have like lowered her self-esteem, like her worth and everything else. But I do know that she left. So she left because it says ex-boyfriend. So she left this relationship. But that's the most dangerous time is to leave an abuser. So he killed her. So yeah. Let me make sure if I have anything else. on this. Hey, Betty Boo. Okay, let me make sure I'm checking my let me check everything to make sure that's all I had to say for this video for Alysse. So Alysse, yes, I do have some new contact information, but the number didn't work. But there is an email, so most likely I will email something to her to see if she actually reads it or anything. Let's see. Here.
Are investigating an overnight shooting that left a woman dead.
And WXII 12's Louis Tran joins us live from High Point now. After speaking with one of those victims' friends, Louis, what did they have to say?
Hey, Kenny and Lindsay. The woman tells me that she and the victim, Anita Hyatt, met almost 2 decades ago. She tells me that an entire community is hurting now that Hyatt is gone.
It broke my heart.
Terry Chapman's heart is hurting after she learned on social media that her friend Anita Hyatt is gone.
You don't really believe it. Like, when you see her name, it's like, no.
Friday morning at 1.
High Point police say
they found Hyatt with gunshot wounds at the Super 8 by Wyndham on Regency Drive. She later died at the hospital.
So it really hurts. I'm very brokenhearted about her not being there, not being able to see her. I just talked to her last week.
Chapman says she met Hyatt at Wellborn Middle School, and they both graduated from T. Wingate Andrews High School. Chapman tells me that Hyatt was an entrepreneur and would often give her advice, but it wasn't her words that touched her, she says. It was her compassion for others.
She was like a light on a dim day. There are times where I felt like I just needed someone to talk to. And Anita is that type of person where you need someone to talk to. She has that listening ear.
As police investigate and continue to search for answers, a community is mourning, feeling a void that Anita Hyatt left behind.
The community and her family have lost someone that can never be replaced.
High Point police say they arrested Demetrius Hill in this case. He's charged with first-degree murder and firearm by a felon. Police say that he's Hyatt's ex-boyfriend. In High Point, I'm Louis Tran, WXII 12 News.
Are investigating an overnight.
And also, Alysse is another one that has like a Pinterest, and I don't know if she has a child or not, but I know she was doing the same thing as the others of making like a Pinterest of potential rooms for a child. So most likely she probably does have a child as well. That's probably why Shanquella's father stated that I know some of you have children as well. So that's probably why he mentioned that. So watch my other video from yesterday when I showed that most likely Dejanay, Winter, and also now Alysse possibly probably have a child themselves, at least one child. I'll show that really fast just in case someone wanted to be nosy and go look at it. Um, okay, so we have Alysse Hyatt. So she has Callie's bedroom ideas, and then she has and it says second birthday party, and it says mommy right there. And then if you scroll down, it says stuff to buy, and then she has that baby thing right there. And then she says baby Callie. So most likely she does have a child. It's showing like a progression throughout the child's time. Because it says like baby Callie, and then after that it says a second birthday and stuff to buy and different things. So most likely she does have, and then bedroom ideas. Most likely she had a child as well. And yeah, Shanquella is someone's child. And that's why the father said, I heard some of you have children too. What's her at? Her at for this Pinterest is at Alysse_Hyatt1. Okay, and what's this right here? Let me look at this real fast.
Anita then attended A&T. Any Aggies? She studied criminal justice at A&T. She was the owner and operator of Blissful LLC, A Taste of Joy, and A Touch of Love. She was previously employed at G4S, and she was also a member here at Shiloh Baptist Church in Greensboro, North Carolina. She loved a great laugh, spending time with family and friends. She was the ultimate event coordinator for family events, birthday parties, holidays, to include creative personalized decor, favorites, and gifts. She loved to travel on cruises and excursions. Anita especially loved cooking, great home cooked meals, sharing with everyone. Anita consistently gave her whole heart, time, advice, food, and so much love. Anita was a blessing to everyone she encountered. Anita lived to cherish her memory. Father, Andre Hyatt, mother, and nephew Val, Mr. Alvin, siblings, myself, Andrea Meadows, my husband Jaron, my brother Andre, Abram, sisters Alysse, Aaliyah, and Nita. Aunts and uncles, James King, his wife.
So it looks like she had several businesses. So she had things going for herself. And as it turns out, she had a controlling, abusive boyfriend. She broke up with him. It's her ex-boyfriend, Demetrius Hill, and he killed her at the hotel. So it had nothing to do with Shanquella, but it's still a sad story of intimate partner violence. And that happens a lot where there's a female, she has a lot going for herself. She meets like a loser. And then he ends up taking her life. And she like holds him down and everything. Like he said, oh, she healed me down and everything else. And then that's how he thanked her. So that's about it for today. If you want any of these links, just let me know and I'll just tell you. But most likely you can see if someone wanted to watch this video, it says Anita Alysse Hyatt and it says memorial services. So you can find that video. All right, y'all, that's about it. So I hope this actually clears up that rumor. Shanquella had nothing to do with the murder of Anita Hyatt, Alysse Hyatt's sister. The murder occurred on the same day that they left for Cabo. It's unclear if Alysse knew ahead of time or not about her sister's passing. Until someone gets like a boarding pass or itinerary or knows like the times, then it's probably going to be unclear. She could have already been on her way to catch the flight. I don't know what time the flight was. It was 1 a.m. in North Carolina time. The murder, you have to rewatch this video and look at the police report. The murder occurred in North Carolina at 1 a.m. in the morning. Okay. And I'm not really showing that the time zone is that much of a time difference between those two. You're saying it's like a 7-hour time difference. Yeah, I'm going to check out the lead attorney video after this. Let me see the time difference again, but I could have swore it was only a 2-hour time difference between those two, Cabo, Mexico, and we're looking at Cabo, Mexico, and North Carolina. The murder occurred in North Carolina at 1 a.m. That's the time when the police got there. And there are times when you are going on a trip or something happens and family members will tell you to go on the trip our people will tell you to still go because they'll think it'll help you. But my guess is she probably didn't know ahead of time. I don't know. Let me see. It's only showing a 2-hour time zone. I'm still showing the same thing. So I don't know where you're getting that from. So it was 1 a.m. For Charlotte, North Carolina. And then 11 p.m. for Cabo. But that would put Cabo at a different day though. Like that was still based on that time zone. Let's see here. Present. So it says time difference between those two is showing as a 2-hour time difference. Okay, so yeah, I'm still showing the same thing, so I don't know where you're getting that information from. It says Cabo San Lucas, Mexico is 2 hours behind Charlotte, North Carolina. That's the second source I found. So 1 a.m. in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, would be 11 p.m. in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. So, yeah. So if the murder occurred at 1 a.m. in Charlotte, North Carolina on October 28th, it was still actually the 27th at 11 p.m. in Cabo because it did not hit midnight yet in Cabo at that time. Okay. Well, we have to go by the flight times in the United States. So we need to know what her flight time was for leaving Charlotte, North Carolina. Most likely, since that occurred at 1 a.m. in the morning, the day had just started. most likely she had not left yet. But I'm not going to go all into that. I'm just going to go with what I know. The murder, the police said 1 a.m. North Carolina time, okay, on the same day. That's all I'll say. So until we get a boarding pass, an itinerary for Alysse, we don't know if she knew ahead of time or not, or she was already en route or not. So we have to just stick to what we know. So we need a boarding pass or itinerary to say whether she knew or not. And that's not even the main focus of the video. I don't want this to be a distraction. The main focus of this video that I'm going to end on is that this intimate partner homicide had nothing to do with Shanquella. She did not set this up. She did not have anything to do with the death of Anita Hyatt, who is Alysse Hyatt's sister. She had nothing to do with it at all. Anita died at the hands of her ex-boyfriend, controlling, manipulative, power-hungry, abusive, domestic violence partner. And that's how I'll just end this video on that note. The other stuff is a distraction. And if Alysse knew and still went on this trip, then that shows how much concern she had for her sister. If she didn't know and she still went, she went and then she found out while she was there, then that's on that. All of that is just a distraction away from what happened to Shanquella. So that's about it. I will see y'all in the next video. Yeah, Tawana, people are crazy and will say anything. I definitely want to tell a family member. Yeah, sometimes when people are mourning or grieving, some people will say, get out the house, get out the house. But that's usually after the funeral has passed and time has passed and they're trying to cheer the person up. This usually is not when a murder occurs. It just happened. But like I said, the mom, I'm not going to go all into detail, but I'm nosy. Y'all know I am. So anyway, the mom has a lot of pictures. She's gorgeous. She's a beautiful woman. She loves selfies and taking pictures. But I looked through a lot of her pictures and I really didn't see Alysse, or even on Anita's page. I really don't see Alysse. So I don't know the relationship dynamic or how close they all are. Okay, I really didn't see her. So that's about it. So I don't even know if she even attended the funeral. Maybe someone has time, I don't, to look through that video and to see if she actually attended the funeral. Well, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe she did. Maybe, I don't know. But I do know I don't really see her in a lot of the family pictures. Good night. And I'm going to go ahead and check out the lead attorney video that y'all mentioned. So I hope this clears up some confusion or some rumors about Alysse being set up to be murdered by Shanquella, which is just a way to victim blame. So hopefully people can just stop with the victim blaming and stop with the victim shaming and just focus on hashtag justice for Shanquella Robinson. Keep signing and sharing the petition. I always leave the video with just sharing where we are with the petition, the numbers. So let me check on that. And wow, so we only need 10 more signatures, just 10 more signatures to be at 27,000 signatures. So if I had not went live like this early, most likely I would have logged in the morning to 27,000 signatures. So great job, everyone. Make sure you check your email because I did send an email with next steps. So check your email for next steps and who to contact next. And bye. Have a great day. Yeah, just to clarify, she was killed by her ex-boyfriend. The police put it in the media report that it's the ex-boyfriend. So she had broken up with him. Okay, let me go ahead and go to the lead attorney ASAP. All right, y'all, bye. And check that out. Yes, definitely. Good night. Thanks for only giving facts. So many stories out here. Exactly. We need just to focus on what we know, and so it won't confuse everyone. And because a lot of times all the misinformation and other things can be a distraction to our key goal and what we need to be doing. Bye.